Like, what's the point? Like, what are we doing? Because there are so few people that really care about the backstage stuff. Like, if this is where you're trying to plant the seeds to eventually then, like, no, this not enough people are paying attention for that to pay off to all the crap that happens behind the scenes. Again, unless it ends up being this huge thing that blows up the way that Brawl Out did. And like him cutting a promo on Hangman Page after the cameras go off on Collision on Saturday night, that's not a big enough reason to start building this. Like, you got to do something better. Like, and the crazy part to me with CM Punk is he does all the right things when it comes to like his t-shirt that's supporting trans rights, and like he seems to be on the right side of wanting to help and support all these different people, but then you wrong him or slight him just a little bit and like everything just turns to chaos. He's such a complicated dude. It's hard to figure out.
Well, like all of us, he's a flawed individual. But here's the thing, though: it spills over in the ring. It spills over in sports entertainment wrestling. And to me, I just think just it's over the top. And I just think that even if you thought that Hangman Page was in the building, like that's something that you just don't do.
Right.
I just think that what he did was he can apologize, but what are you apologizing for? There's still heat there. I mean, you know how you apologize? You come together. That's the Young Bucks, that's Hangman Page, that's Kenny Omega and CM Punk, and make money with this thing and please us as fans. I mean, that's how you want to apologize. Do it right, bro.
Yeah,
but that's a two-way street, man. Like that's a two-way street, right? By all accounts. Like, because again, with every story that we've mentioned outside of the actual promo, because that was videotaped and then put out onto social media, like there have been two separate reports, one presumably from the Elite camp, one presumably from the CM Punk camp, on literally everything, right? Like, but the one thing that we do know that seemingly everybody agrees on is that Punk and the Bucks have not come together despite Punk reaching out.
Yeah, and the fact that you have the Bucks on BTE, like tongue-in-cheek, apologizing and doing things like that, that doesn't help anything either. Like, It's just adding to it. And I've also seen on Twitter, I forgot who put it out there, what this sort of drama creates right now, and because of the creation of Collision, is you're going to end up seeing guys or girls that are only on one show just because that it's like, oh, well, they're only on Wednesdays. They must hate Punk. They're Team Elite. Or vice versa if they're only on Saturdays. And it might have nothing to do with those two parties, but that's sort of where we're getting. And if you're Tony Khan, you have to rein in that locker room, because if this is a work, if this is Punk trying to be Hogan, great if we get the payoff. But if he's just being Hogan, then we're going to see WCW in a year or two, and there won't be an AEW anymore.
Well, we're getting closer to that, because if the head guy doesn't control his locker room, and because here's the thing that would not happen, WWE, Vince would try to find a way to put this in the ring somehow, some way, right? Even if it looks as ridiculous as Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan at that SummerSlam, which is going around again, by the way, the over-the-top Shawn Michaels, taking crazy bumps for Hogan. And like, Shawn did not want to work with Hogan. He goes, oh, I'll work with him. Nope. He's going over? Okay, well, I'm going to do it my way, right? It was ridiculous. I've been seeing this for the last 48 hours. It's funny that people, but the point is, it got in the ring. They got it in the ring.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.